G'day, welcome back to episode 3 of building the ultimate Dreamworld theme park, a theme park based in Australia Gold Coast. Now today we are building the Fairytale Souvenir Store, which is located just to the left side when entering the park, next to the Locker for Hire building, which I reckon might do in the next episode. Now, it has been a while. I have been overseas. Very sorry about that. When episode 2 released, I was in Bordeaux. So I'm back home now, and I took a few weeks off just to relax and rest. So I'm back on Planet Coaster now, as well as other games. I've got a Minecraft server that's opening up soon, so I've kind of been planning that as well. There's a lot to do, but I thought I would get back to Planet Coaster and start on something. I was originally going to also build the Locker for Hire as well as this all in one session, but this took a while just for one building. The Fairytale building was actually hard to make. So recently we had the DLC come out for the, the Sorcery DLC? Sorcerer's DLC? Sorcery DLC. I forgot what it was called. It's the Fairytale Harry Potter kind of DLC. I've got that. I thought it might help me build what I'm building here. It kinda did, but it kinda didn't. As you'll see later in the episode, I kinda have trouble with this building right here, this roof part right here. I had trouble finding something for this, so I had to use the normal basic blocks that I usually use. But all in all, it's good to be back, and I'm glad to be doing Planet Coaster 2 again. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. The speed play should be a lot smoother. The first thing I did, like every other episode, is grab my measuring stick, which I ended up naming him Jack the Measuring Stick, the little cowboy figure right here. This is what I use to figure out the height of the buildings, because the animatronic there is the exact same height as a human in the game. So that's how I'm able to tell how big and tall these buildings are supposed to be. I named him Jack the Measuring Stick. I didn't really put much thought into it. If any of you guys have a better name than that, I'd love to hear it in the comment section. Just put it down below and I'll judge. I'll be the judge if it's a good name. Now, on my adventures overseas, I did end up going to Paris, and Paris, as you know, is home to Disneyland Paris. And I went to Disneyland for like my first ever time. I've never been to Disneyland before. I've only been to Dreamworld and Movie World as a theme park. So I got to see what Disneyland was like. And it is great, because I also went to Disney Studios, which has the Cars, Toy Story, the Hollywood Horror elevator drop. I loved it. I went on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. I went on the Thunder Mountain ride. What other rides? I did skip the Indiana Jones ride because I went on pretty much every ride in the park to the point where I started getting sick. And I think the Indiana Jones ride was the most intense roller coaster there. So I was like, I don't feel like throwing up today, so I might just avoid it for now. Which kind of sucks because it's a one-time opportunity. I didn't think about it that way. But hopefully I go back, because I love theme parks. I love exploring them, so. But when being at Disneyland, I was like, I do miss Dreamworld. I do miss the Australian theme parks. Luckily, once I got back, there was a sale on the Dreamworld tickets, $99. So I was like, well, my 1 year pass just expired, so I might as well get the renewal. So I did for $99, which is pretty cheap for a theme park compared to what Disneyland's price was. I'm not going to talk about it because, yeah, that's a lot. And I gotta go to Japan soon and America to go to the theme parks there. I'm not gonna have any money left at this age. Now, speaking of which, I managed to pull something from the Dreamworld archives. And I want you all to see it, so I'll put up a little, even though it's like 5 minutes through the video, I'll put up a little commercial break, my own little YouTube ad.
Take a trip away from the everyday. Take a Dreamworld holiday.
Don't say one day. Sorry, no. One day is just not enough to enjoy all there is at Dreamworld. So if you've got $3 extra, well, you've got your...
Whoa, okay, pause there. $3? Damn. 1988 was $3 to get into Dreamworld. What's the tickets for today? Let's have a look. And I know there's inflation. I know. Look at that. Minimum $139. Just shows how much time has changed. Anyway, I'll get back to it.
Well, you've got yourself an extra day. Take your first day before January 31st and come back again anytime within the next 3 months. Twice the value, double the fun. That's not your everyday offer, so take us up on it at Dreamworld.
So yeah, that was something I pulled from the Dreamworld archives. And I found it quite interesting, because yeah, $3. Back then it was only $3 for a 2-day pass. Whereas a 1-day pass is $109. I know it said $139 on there, but that's usually for non-locals. Locals, such as myself, can go in for about $109. So yeah, there you have it. And I know there's inflation. The currency has changed so much. I know that. I'm just saying, $3, like, imagine if that was now, like... That'd be so good, bro. I could buy hundreds and hundreds of tickets. Could shout everyone that watches this video. That's not a promise. I'm not doing that. Nah. Anyway, I haven't talked much about the build. I did have an image to go off, a reference image to go based off. I'll pop it up on the screen now. I didn't visit this store, this souvenir shop that much in Dreamworld. Because, well, I am a guy, but I'm not gonna lie, I did go there once, but that was when I was like 16. I don't know, I was just going with my mate and we wanted to see Fairy Wings, so there's a whole story behind it, but I'm not gonna talk about it. But yeah, I don't know much about the building. All I do is just walk past it. Just like the locker for hire, I haven't really gone to that because I've always just had a backpack with me. That's all you really need, because when you go on the rides, unlike Disneyland, I found, when you go on the roller coasters, there's actually like little bag storages that you can put your bag into just before you go on a ride. So when you pull up to the station just after the ride, you can pick your bag back up out of the box. For some reason, Disneyland did not have that. I found that kind of weird, so is that an only Australian thing? I don't know about the Japanese or the American theme parks. But yeah, this Fairytale building has been around for a very long time because Dreamworld has gone through a lot of changes in the past. Yeah, as I said, there's not too much to say about it because this is the one building I just don't know much about. Building it was for sure difficult, which is why I'm making the only building I'm doing for this episode. And the locker for hire will go to the left of this building. So when you're looking at it from this perspective right now, it goes to the left. To the right of it will be a road going down towards the entrance of the Steel Taipan, which is a launch coaster with 3 launch stations. And then just across that road to the right of this building is the Sky Voyager, which is like a 4D flying simulator ride, which is also kind of a new, I guess it's not really new anymore, but before it used to be just a cinema. And was an old building and all that, but the Sky Voyager is a very futuristic, modern type building. That one's going to be a little bit difficult to make, I reckon, out of this whole series. Because every other Dreamworld building is the same building from the 1980s. The Sky Voyager is the only one that's kind of like brand new. The new coasters and stuff isn't going to really be a problem because this game's, you know, how do you say it? You can easily make the coasters, no problem. And with the new Sorcery DLC, it has a new coaster in that DLC where it has, man, I don't know the mechanical term for it, but when you go past a certain track, it then changes to another track. So when you go backwards past that track, man, I don't know. If anyone's ridden the Steel Taipan, you'll know what I mean. It's at the start when you go back and forth. The tracks like kind of change. The Sorcery DLC has that. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, if you've never ridden the Steel Taipan, if you go on YouTube and watch like a POV ride of it, you'll see what I mean. It's just at the start of the ride. The tracks change because you go in two different directions at the start when going back and forth. So if you see that on YouTube, you'll know what I mean. And so now I do have my renewal of the yearly Dreamworld Pass. I can now go back to Dreamworld, which is great because I've been meaning to get new images, like photos taken, because I'm kind of getting to the point where I don't have enough to work on, so I have to go online to get these images. So yeah, I can finally go back to Dreamworld, which is good. Obviously, I got to plan a day and all that to avoid other personal plans and all that. But Dreamworld did have recently a new opened themed land. I have been to it. It's the Jungle Rush. It's like an Indiana Jones type themed land. It's good. I do like it. That's where the old Wiggles world and all that used to be. They didn't get rid of the Wiggles world. They replaced it with the Madagascar and Kung Fu Panda world. The DreamWorks world. And I honestly do not like that. I love Madagascar. I love Kung Fu Panda. What other ones were there? It might have just been those two. Oh, and Shrek. They had a Shrek land as well. They got rid of all of that and replaced it with the kids, like the current kids generational shows, which I guess is understandable because people my age wouldn't really go there anymore. But that's what made it fun. Like, Shrek and Madagascar and Kung Fu Panda were just great. They do have Bluey stuff. I understand Bluey's a popular show. I haven't seen it, but I'd say keep it because I know a lot of people like it. And I have heard it's good, so I'd say that's fine. That's valid. And the water park next to Dreamworld. It is now, well, it's spring, but it's now getting to summer in Australia. And to the people that aren't in Australia, summer is hot. Like, we're talking hotter than America. So, we're like talking about the floor burning our feet kind of hot. Everywhere we step, it's just going to be lava, basically. So, I'm going to go to the water park, which is called White Water World, right next to Dreamworld. And now I've just thought of, it just come across my mind. The comments in the last video, I had some great ones. Wait, let me pull them up. I'm going to read them out. I should have prepared this before. This is my bad. Also, YouTube got a new update. I think I already talked about the first episode, someone talking about a yellow submarine ride in White Water World. I've done further research. I don't think that ride ever existed in Dreamworld Gold Coast. Yeah, I've found no records of it, even in the Dreamworld archives, so I'm sorry about that. I know you want me to make it, but the thing is, it's not a part of Dreamworld, so I could probably do it as like a separate video, like a separate project maybe. Okay. Comments for the last episode. Sorry if I don't pronounce this right. Catweasel? Oh, yes. It was new to episode 2, and then you watched episode 1 just after to catch up. So as far as I know, yeah, Catweasel is not Australian and is new to the channel. Welcome. I love your comments. They're great. I love those sort of comments. They keep me motivated to keep creating these kind of videos. And by the sounds of it, you haven't been to Dreamworld before, so I'm glad you're joining along the ride to watch me build the theme park. Funny enough, originally, I was going to create my own Dreamworld. Had my own rides, had my own lands and stuff, but the thing is, no one wants to see your kind of, like, you know, your kind of favored, what would you call it? I don't know, but Dreamworld hasn't been done. I haven't seen it on YouTube. I've only seen Movie World. So I thought, I'm just going to do a complete recreation of Dreamworld so I can take that title. I can conquer that title as a YouTuber and say, I've done this. In case someone goes, another YouTuber goes, should I create this? They can look at my channel and see, I've done it. I've conquered it. I've put the flag on this moon. I am the Neil Armstrong of creating Dreamworld and Planet Coaster 2. That's a good analogy. I like that. Someone wrote that down. Actually, don't, because you're going to steal it. No, I'm kidding. So yes, thank you, Catweasel, for your comment. This was great. I actually read this while I was in London. And I was reading your comment and I was just like, oh man, I can't wait to go home now and just continue on the project. I was a little bit homesick, I'm not going to lie, but I loved reading that comment. I love reading the comments. Keep coming with the comments. I love reading them. I'm a small YouTuber, so I don't get a lot, so I do spend time reading them. As a big YouTuber, I know there's a lot of YouTubers that don't read every comment. And I keep saying, if I'm ever a big YouTuber, I will read every comment, and I do want to stick to that. But now I just don't know if it's because there's just so much and you've just got so much to do, there's no time to read everything. I currently don't have a lot going on in my life at the moment, so to be fair, if I got a lot of comments, I would literally read all of them. I've only had one video on my channel with negative comments, and that's because that video, I was kind of sounding like and acting like another YouTuber, and everyone didn't like that. So I did remove that video. That's Hitman, it's not Planet Coaster. Planet Coaster has been completely fine for me. Episode 2 actually got more views than episode 1, which is not like my channel, really. Usually episode 1s would get a lot of views, and episode 2, the views will start to go down and down and down. But Dreamworld, it kind of seems like it's going up. I'm curious to see how much views I get with this. I didn't have any like breaks as well to talk as well. I'm sorry if I'm talking so much, but also as well, this is a short video, whereas my last one's like 40 minutes. This is basically half that. But we are now reaching the point where we have finished with this building. As you saw, the back end of it, no problem to do. It was easy. The side of this, no problem to do as well. At this point, I kind of just wanted to just stop. I was hungry at this point, so I just wanted to get this over and done with. The inside is going to be a later project, but this is my finished result of the Fairytale Castle? Souvenir Shop. Oh man, if it was Castle, this would be a longer video. Anyways, I hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for episode 4. Thank you so much, guys. See you later.